UnRimworld, we have had a couple of days of non-stop excitement, if you can call ninja attacks non-stop excitement. I think we came out of it okay, given that we only lost one person to the flu. And I feel like the whole colony came out of it with a new drive and a new motivation. Let's not forget, Synthelo gained efficient, making them a faster worker than ever before. And Boozax now... Boozax, there's a weird thing that happened. Sweet Precious Boozax gained very neurotic, but this is UnRimworld, and that's a base game trait. So instead of becoming very neurotic, Boozax, following the loss of his child, became Action Boy. That's right, he still gets the same work speed modifier, but he also sleeps, eats, and moves faster too. It was pretty much the closest thing to very neurotic I could get. Well, without just giving him efficient as well. And I think someone in the comments summed it up very well, whether it's weapons, armor, or treatment. We should vow never again. This ties quite nicely into another bit of feedback I saw. We're almost able to reform the ideology. Technically, we can right now, but we need a bunch more points if we want to do anything meaningful with it. Why not add in the healthcare meme? The ninjas, the knights, the other raiders that we've got have been totally irrelevant, right? The things that have really caused the most disaster were the horrifying space worms, or our people being maimed, or, in the case of the only death we've had so far, the flu. So I think healthcare makes perfect sense. Cowabungus, my friend. And what are we gonna do with you? I feel like you haven't really had time to shine, given there's been non-stop fighting. We could do with an artist. We haven't got an artist in the colony, so I'm alright with that. Proudly gives beauty and certainty loss factor times. Whoa, beauty +5 is insane. Germaphobe, you wash much more frequently. Rad resistance, I don't think it's totally relevant. I think we'll go with that one then. And this is also when poor sweet Dune would have a growth moment too. Never mind. Hey, look, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, I suppose, unless you're referring to triplets. Composed is lower mental break threshold. Rowdy is higher mental break threshold. Pack rat lets you carry more, and poor hygiene makes you, stinky. Maybe also artistic. Hold on. What if we go the opposite, and they're both interested in art? Think about it. What have they been doing all this time? Their father's a crafter, which I feel like would have definitely rubbed off a little bit, but they've been drawing on the floor non-stop. I'm happy with it. Oh, right, yeah, we'll go composed. We'll go. That's an easy choice, I think. Hold on, so what can I tick off from my to-do list? Well, we've used the technology. We've at least built a lot of these workbenches that I've researched. Floors. Oh, no. Oh, no, not again. We need some new colonists. It's all the same bloody family. Use technology, done. Floors, we've got basic kind of slatted floors down, that's fine. Sharpened sticks, I think we have finished crafting all the new weapons at this point. We absolutely have. Now, there was a really cool idea suggested a couple episodes now that stuck with me. Somebody said when you go into herbalism quite heavily, because we've got a lot of herbalism mods, if we're going to make healthcare a meme, that makes sense. If we go into herbalism heavily, why not have it a big fortified structure that's almost like a revered building? Because if we're going for healthcare as like a primary part of our ideology, I think that makes sense, right? That they would almost worship it in a way. I'm going to change direction a little bit, and I'm going to put the herbalism building somewhere up here, because then it's near the Rock's house. It's near House Ungus. We've got the hospital right there, so it's kind of near all the important buildings. So I'm thinking, let's make this quite grand. Not too over the top, because we are still, you know, we're late tribal, getting into that early medieval era. Let's not go too crazy with it. Let's go big. Sorry, why are all my things green? What's happening with that, huh? We got a little green fish trap. What the hell? I don't just want to assign everybody a niche that they have to stick to, because I think everybody being kind of good at a little bit of everything would be a bit more true to life. You are... Oh, Gert. Gert, I was going to have be the kind of medical expert, right? Inigo's name a chef? We haven't really got a good chef, right? Who is our chef right now? It is Chuck. So you know what? I'm going to put... and then we've also got Denise Hutz on on cooking as well. I'm gonna let Gert take over the cooking. And still only 13, so with that double passion, we can really cash in on that. You are like so good at crafting, but I don't want to make all the... I don't want to make both of you the crafters. We do need some good artists, because I feel like we're getting to that point in time where that would be way more relevant than Synthelo being intellectual, but you are 59. Ugh. How am I going to get these people into relationships? Do you think that Synthelo and Denise might be compatible, or Loopy and Denise? I might have to start playing matchmaker using the romance option. Can I romance Denise? Low opinion. What about Synthelo? Hook up with Denise is a 109% chance. Well, I feel like a hookup followed by a romance might work quite well. This is something I'm just gonna have to maybe do myself. As much as I love a story developing, they're just not really gonna cross paths. Oh, and that's another thing everybody pointed out. Boozax, when he was in hospital, having been injured, flirted with Gert. Disgusting man. Why did you do that, though? Hang on. Gert Bungus. It's a very low romance chance. Had to turn them down. -3. Had to turn them down, -3. Are you telling me it was Gert that went for you? Turned me down. No, it's Gert trying to get with Boozax, not Boozax trying to get with Gert. Gert's probably very lonely, you know, lots of these other family members all, you know, doing well and actually being part of the family, where Gert's just the middle child, the cursed middle child. Hey, here's a question. How am I going to fit 3 of these blackboards in a room? We can't just pile them up like that because the graphic's like slightly too big. It's not actually that large. It's going to look very silly, but I might not have a choice. Oh, the all-knowing Rox is in school. And I mean, does that make sense? I'm about to say that makes sense, but you already know everything. What could you be here for? To teach the lesson? Oh, I like that a lot. Everybody knows the Rox is the greatest teacher. All right, I'm just going to slap 3 of those down. It's a little bit messy, but it works. And then to increase the speed of the learning desks, which are arguably way more important, we've got to build these bloody things here. What are they, 600 each? 600 each? Oh, God. I feel like I'm going to need a dedicated brick maker to make Adobe Bricks 600. Oh, Jesus. Hold on. Work speed factor 10% inactive. What does that connect up to, I wonder? I'm not sure, but that is probably faster work speed than the work speed factor 100%. Yeah, and they're kind of old enough now, I think, that they can help contribute. And by contribute, I mean make a lot of bricks for me. So I made a bunch of these blowguns yesterday, right? They're not lethal, but they will knock people down because they've got the poison tip. I think I've got to give one to Gert. The problem in the colony right now is nobody is good at shooting. So I'm just going to have to give it to... Oh, Denise is pretty good. Denise and Gert, you can have the blowguns. To be fair, she did only have a whistle equipped so she could communicate with the rocks better. So I feel like any sort of gun would be quite nice. What about like Boozax, of course, a melee character. I mean, Synthelu could also, I think, get a blowgun. This way we stand to actually capture some people who aren't related to Bunga so that this tribe doesn't die out or become horribly inbred. I'll take either. Hey, I've got an idea. In terms of production, why don't we just tick off the things that we've already got, right? So the range weapon bench we've already got. Let's hide it. Melee weapon bench, let's hide it. We do have a herbalism bench. We might want to build a second one, but that's fine. We do have the masonry table, and then we've also got the primitive tailoring table. Man, this is helpful. It is genuinely might be my favorite mod we found from this entire mod pack. That's amazing. A cleaning bench for cleaning loot. We haven't got any loot. And then we've got the regular workbench too. Ooh. Basic workbench and regular workbench is different, eh? There's no recipes on it, so it must be for medieval. I've hidden that for now. Basic workbench. Yeah, I think we've pretty much got everything. We've got the brick oven, like, right there, so we can get rid of that one too. My God. Oh my God, I don't need to do anything. Although it won't last, this blissful moment I spent with you will forever be in my dreams. Synthelu, not totally up for it, probably because that was horrifically cheesy. But they had to turn down for a day -2. Oh, what if I manually do it, though? 58% chance. Oh, do we roll the dice? Or we possess Synthelu as the omniscient overlord of this colony. And I try and get them to romance one another. Oh, no. I'm going to let it cook for a little bit longer because there's something working there. So I'm going to give them a chance. We've just got to let them hang out a bit more. Have some proper dedicated social time at gathering spots. God, if we had a recreation room, this would be so much easier. We've got a bloody hot spring. Oh, imagine the relationships we can get with a hot spring. Show me. There's got to be one close, right? That's not bad. I can work with that one. Oh, that one's probably better. Okay. Hold on. It's 500 bricks. Oh, which is more important? The education of our children and the future generation, or a big sexy hot spring? Loopy also wants to fall in love. I'm sorry, I just can't get people fast enough. Maybe when we reform, we add another ritual, and we add another ritual that gives a random person joining. Because that's probably going to be pretty important unless we want to avoid having, like, one solid dynasty again. Arcadius 2.0 in the form of Ungus. Oh, shit, there it is. Primitive metallurgy. Learn the basics for manipulating metals. That's pretty much what we need, right? We get a metallurgy table out of that. I disagree that a lot of this is primitive, especially given that there's something called a North stick rifle, but, you know, I believe you. Oh, my God, it unlocks effectively nothing but... It's unlocking nothing but Japanese stuff again. I guess with that, it means that we're in the Bronze Age now, right? Congratulations, Ungus Bungus. To see that in your lifetime is pretty damn impressive, I'd say. Powders. This ability to grind and dry plant materials into powders. That'd be fun. Again, this is something that I've included in previous packs, but never actually done much with it. So making it such a key point to the ideology would be kind of cool. Lots of different teas. Fruit juice drink. Ooh. Hello. I'm only going with that because we have about 400,000 berries, or at least we did, of course, until we started cooking them into fine meals. Till the rocks got into the meal stash, but I'm not going to stop him. That's on... Oh my God, that's on him. Hello. Holy shit. I mean, Denise Hutz, if you can fully communicate with the rocks for us, I'm happy with it. Oh, no. The rocks has no master. How dare you? The rocks is beyond that. You are the rocks' master, if... No, the rocks is your master, if anything. Maybe we extend out the berry bushes, because fruit juice drink seems like quite a nice thing to give to them all. We've got extracts. Man, if I re-roll, it's all just kind of the same stuff coming up now. We've got to be close to the end. So let's blitz on. Now, we won't just immediately say, okay, we finished all the tribal research, we're medieval now. I feel that's not quite right. I feel like we need to do something to kind of solidify the fact that we are becoming medieval. Reforming the ideology was kind of my big way into that, but I feel like we've got to do something else. That seems a little shallow. I'm getting the strangest deja vu all of a sudden. Hey, you want to go lie down? Gather for childbirth. Yes, no, please do. Dr. Gert, hello. Oh, God, she didn't make it. Hey, Boozax, carry her. Where's Boozax? Attending childbirth. What, you're not attending a childbirth, though. She's passed out in the friggin' mud. Somebody rescue her, for Christ's sake. Oh, thank you, Ungus. Ungus coming through in the clutch, as always. Childbirth has been cancelled. Chief, I don't know if you know about biology, but that's not how it goes. Baby is formed. Healthy childbirth. It's a little tiny baby Boozax again. Who could have believed that? And specialized fungi. Thank you. What else have we got? Sorry, I'll deal with the baby in a second. Leave it on the floor. We got salts to unlock. A tiny baby Boozax. Strong mining. Hey, that's a nice change of pace, given that our best miner right now is a cat man. I think we will wait on naming you. I think we'll just keep waiting on naming them until we maybe get to the medieval era, at which point we'll give them names from birth. I'm all about the herbalism today. I think that's such a cool idea and something I really don't do very much of, so I'm all in on this. Let's slap down some floors and make this a nice place to work. If you're a primitive nation, you probably are you... Oh my God, co-pilot. Laying the floors from the back of an enormous flaming cat. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen. If you're a primitive nation and out of the building comes some magic cure that's gonna solve all your problems, you'd probably be fairly worshipful of it, I think. Oh, lots of people point out that the baby food is at the campfire. That's true, but this is UnRimworld, and that is a very base game thing. Be banished, baby food. We don't deal with that shit here. This is UnRimworld, damn it. Can I make that fruit juice now? I was just kind of curious if maybe we can make it at the fire. I don't think that makes much sense, but I can work with that. Where do I make fruit juice? My God, you make the fruit drinks at the herbalist table. We can get cure-alls. We can get all sorts of magic stuff that's going to stop them dying to horrible diseases that we've had problems with. And a delicious, refreshing drink. And with that, I think I'm going to have to start throwing down some big old farms, aren't I? Because this is very silly. We got like many levels of agriculture and so many different plant-based stuff. Do we want to just grow stuff and see what happens? I mean, anything from the apothecary mod seems to make sense. I guess we'll try and shut down all of those. But I do want to make like the other stuff too, like teas and coffees and stuff like that. 'Cause it's stuff that I would normally just totally ignore. Yeah, it's a better question. Let's not work backwards. What do we need to make is probably a better question. Delicious apple juice, maybe. Fruit drinks. Obviously fruit drinks. We need just any fruit, so I presume we've got that covered. Garden coffee, garden tea seem pretty good. Oh my God, there's so much. What have I agreed to? Oh no. Oh, there's so many things. Gleam capsules is from Cavern, so we can ignore basically everything below this. What is Glitterworld Nutramine? Oh, Lord. We need alyssum trimmings. We can make Nutramine from Neutro flower petals. We've done the research for it, so I suppose they do know that we grind up flour and that can make useful medical stuff. Fair enough. Bandage kits. What is a bandage kit? Is that like a herbal medicine substitute? Less potent than medical kits. That doesn't really tell me much. Ibuprofen, fluies. For blocking the flu, works animals take every 5 days. Ooh, if we could just keep a stack of those in the stockpile, never have to worry about flu again. Maybe that's more research for later. Hold on, let's have a quick look here. Neutro flower. You got agriculture, primitive production, synthesis, drug production. Oh, maybe it is just regular drug production then. Yeah, there it is. Unlock growing Neutro flower. Right, that's medieval, so we're a little far away from that then. I'm looking for more primitive stuff. We got herbal powder, which is apparently something that... Why is the description not coming back? Hello. A mixture of processed herbs used in primitive societies aids in managing the user's pain, accelerating healing. So I feel like we've got to get some of those on the shelf. Maybe not too much because it's got a low shelf life, apparently. Why don't we grow more heal root over here? And we'll swap this field over to some food production. Given that we're a vegetarian society, all we've got to eat right now is berry, which doesn't seem very healthy. So because we've been growing nothing but herbal crops in here, it's down to 95% yield. So we can burn the crops, which will make the next yield better. I feel like this is so horribly dangerous, but we'll see how it goes. What do I feel like the whole base is in a lot of trouble? You remember how a while ago I said, do we want to build a blackboard to help our people become the best possible that they can be? Or do I want to build a sexy hot spring? I made my choice. Why is Inigo on fire? Oh, I wonder why Inigo's on fire. This, wait, you literally just burn it down. Oh, well, this seems like a shit plan. This seems like a horrible, horrible idea. Inigo is in the middle of the blaze. This is a shit plan. Why give me that option? Get Inigo out of there. Is anybody nearby? Denise Huts, go get Inigo out of the flame, please. Well, that was a horrible plan. Let's never do that again. That was good. That was amazing. Great work. Let's just go simple. Let's go rice. And then apparently you can also, let's go like rice and potato. So apparently they'll alternate crops. So they'll plant both of those, which is really fun. Let's see how they actually do it. Oh, I see. You'll do a growth of rice, then a growth of potato to help keep the average yield high. I've gotcha. Cowabungus. How are you looking, my friend? Oh, God. I mean, I've got to go double passion in crafting, haven't I? You can take over from Boozax eventually. Cold lover. Trustworthy. Someone who will keep your secrets. Adventurer. Social +3. Move speed +0.2. Carry capacity. Bed. Hunger rate multiplier. Oh, I see. That's kind of interesting. And then you're less hungry while you're sleeping. That seems pretty fun. Sweet, precious co-pilot. I would love to use... Oh, to get one in artistic is exactly what I was about to say. Amazing. And then you can have mining and melee. We need somebody who can actually hit hard, right? Choose a trait for co-pilots again. Gifted as well. Oh my God. How can I not take gifted when it's like right there? Naturally talented? I would argue, yeah, you are. You're 10 years old. You got 15 crafting. Honestly, yeah, let him cook. Affected by malnutrition. Wait, you ate all the berries? Probably because we've been cooking them into 5 meals and the Rox has been here eating them all. Okay. Whoa. Let's suspend that for the time being. Oh, we've got plenty of berries on the map. It's just obviously not super convenient to be going too far out to grab all that stuff. The truth is we grew very, very quickly, okay? This colony absolutely exploded over the last couple of days, so we've got to really readjust our food crop. Oh my God. Is this our first old age character? I think it's Synthelu, right? Because you were like 58. You've reached 62. Unfortunately, you've gained the following disease due to aging. Mortality! Well, I'll be honest, I hope you had that long before you reached the age of 62. Oh, shit. Mortality. There it is, and that will slowly tick up, and when the mortality hits 100%, I think you die. This is, of course, from the Simple Mortality mod. It says it right there. Please stop asking me where things come from. I'm going insane. Oh, does anybody know what mod adds the Adobe bricks? I just can't figure it out. And, my God, some actual recreation in this colony. I know it doesn't really count, but it is the best we've got right now, and they should just immediately go over there when they've got recreation time, right? Agriculture 2 unlocks new fruits to grow. Fruit has a high nutrition, requires less to make meals. Whoa. Grapes, agave, strawberry, blueberry, and watermelon. Oh. Maybe we swap out the old berry bushes then. These do have the benefit, right, of keeping the yield at 100% because you don't cut down the crop. It always just makes new stuff every year. I wonder then if we swap out to... I don't really know. Go for a grape. Let's just go blueberry, then strawberry on this one and alternate that way. I actually like this mod so much. So I'm going to plant tea and coffee in this same growing zone. I think this is great. What a fantastic idea. I was a little bit worried that I was going heavy on this idea today of going into the herbalism and then not having any way to do it because drug production is medieval, right? Then I realized in the kitchen tab, we've got an apothecary table. And when I looked at that, there are so many bloody recipes that I don't even know where to start. I've disabled half of them as well, all the ones that aren't making bulk, because why would I want like one of something, right? So we've got Elixir of Common, Elixir of Insight, and Elixir of Lucidity. I think this is probably an insane idea. What if we just like do them all? What if I queue up everything and then say, I don't know, make 10 of each? And then see which ones aren't working, and then those ones that aren't being produced, we need to find a way to produce it because these people are doing the research. They're figuring out how the plants work. This is, without a doubt, a horrible, horrible idea. But I think this is something I would never normally do, and that's the whole point of this series. And I mean, you fair people in the comment section did say, we gotta make this more important after all of the healthcare incidents we've had. So here you go. I'm absolutely sending it. We're going to dial it up to 100. Hey, no baby food. I said no baby food. That's base game Rimworld. Well, to be fair, so are simple meals, but I can't exactly... Oh, take that out. Visitors from the Throne Room people are about to leave because, oh God, Denise and Synthelu are social fighting. No, you can leave. You can leave. I'm sorry about that. They're very embarrassing. And I will admit, this probably won't be something that we go through into the industrial age with, because at that point, they'll be like, okay, let's just make industrial medicine. We're done with it. But I think at least for the medieval time, having these enormous herbal farms would be kind of fun. How in the shit am I going to... How am I going to store all of this stuff? A granary might make sense and have one outside, because that's kind of what a granary is for, right? Slap a couple of these by the door. That could work. Oh, God, this is going to show a massive weakness in the colony. We haven't got anybody really good at plants. We've got Chuck, who's, like, getting quite old, and then Loopy, who's doing a lot of mining, too. So we can either, like, get bricks or get plants. Inigo could start training up in that, right? Because what are you? You're the chef? I mean, cooking and plants kind of go hand in hand. I mean, literally, when you're a vegetarian society. So I think for Inigo, let's queue up some sort of, like, plants training for you. So do further, Inigo, and then let's increase the learning for you as well. Oh, it's already highest priority. Hey, that's good. I mean, obviously, if you can grow crops, do that. I think that's probably better experience than sitting at a desk. But then if there's nothing else for you to do besides grow and cook, that's when you sit at the desk all day and learn about it. I'm also desperately trying to get to 600 bricks to build the other learning stuff. I've built 5 of these digging spots and I have people making bricks constantly. Still, it's taken all episode. New little baby is already grown. Baby deadlift. Oh, that might be good enough to keep. Especially if we start training you up in melee, right? Hold on, what did you inherit here? Strong mining, robust, cold intolerant, psychically deaf. Shit, with robust, we could make you baby deadlift. Now, given that we are on the precipice of medieval, we're working on artificial limbs, which is a big, long-term research. And then after that, it is nothing but the Japanese stuff. So I can't put it off any longer. I've decided it's finally time that we decorate the base. Only doing very minor stuff. Just a few fences, a little bit of a dirty path here and there. Lots of very, very early, simple stuff. Decorations that make it feel, oh my God, that's cool. No. Decorations that make it feel a bit more lived in, like an actual place people live rather than just a bunch of buildings in a field. There you go. I think it's quite subtle. I think it's quite understated, but it does make it look a little more like a lived-in town now. I've tried to make these kind of central and important. It's a very little tiny change, but I think it's made it look much nicer already. Oh my God. You're adults already? We've only been here 5 minutes? Hello. 3 skills for co-pilot to increase your passion for. Passion for mining is quite fun. Wow, maximum mining, maximum crafting of passions. That is obviously not skill. Wow, I mean, except for crafting where you do have that skill. Social as well. And then we do need a backup builder. We're going to have to start training up soon. And then you can either take Traveler, that gives social move speed, carry capacity, blah, blah. We've seen that one before. Bear Arms, mining melee, carry capacity, work speed, mining speed, deep drill. Holy crap. Look, I mean, Bear Arms is insane. That does give melee +3 as well as the other stuff. Melee door damage factor. What does that mean? Oh, when you're breaking down doors, you get an extra 10% damage. How specific? I'll take it. These traits are all insane. I really, really like all of these new traits that we've got thrown in. It's really freshened things up. You get artistic, for sure. I did say that one of you needs to be the new artistic character, and if it's Cower, that's fine. You know, that's fate, really, isn't it? Passion in melee couldn't really hurt. And then a passion in, again, construction, because I think we do need to kind of consider that a little bit. Valiant. This mental break threshold, heat tolerant, we know what that is. Very intelligent. Oh my God. Holy shit. Chronically ill. Nah, you're right. Inquisitive gives intellectual as well. And then fast metabolism makes you eat faster. Oh. It lets you heal faster at the cost of getting hungry quicker. No, that's okay. Maybe we go then very intelligent. We take it out of construction. We go into intellectual instead. We could work with that. Man, it gives so many bloody bonuses. Dude, I like having all these weird traits because they kind of send the characters down paths that I didn't really plan for them. So hold on, you've got the double passion artistic but no artistic skill. You've got the double passion artistic. Oh my God, you came out so much better. Look at that. Look at the comparison here. Okay, so Cower, why don't we stick you specifically just on crafting then? You can succeed your father as head crafter. And then co-pilot, given that you've just got like very, very good mining and artistic, maybe you have you mining up the stone and then crafting it into cool stuff for us. So I will keep you on artistic then. That seems fine. Train, I want to do like train artistic. Yeah, train art. There we go. And then we'll give that to co-pilot. And there it is, artificial limbs. Now, it was a 2,500 point research, which is the biggest research we can do in the primitive era, but they are still crap. Like, they're just really, really awful limbs, but definitely better than nothing, which of course is a problem a couple of our people have, right? So I'll focus on... Damn, can we just, like, craft those immediately then? Oh, look at this. We need ingots. Oh, no. I don't think we've got any of those. Better than we can't craft any. So what we've got is just what we've accrued through trading or gifting or deconstructing stuff. Oh, hello. Just got to try it, right? Left hand destroyed. And then who else was it? It was Gert. Gert needs a leg. Inigo needs a hand. So artificial leg, that's 100 ingots. Artificial hand is 55, so we can just afford it. Let's get Boozax working on that as high priority then. But sorry, what am I missing? wood. We're out of wood because I used to build a bunch of decorative fences. Balls. Oh my god, and it's so slow to craft. But we are primitives trying to make some sort of leg replacement, so I get it. It should take a long time. But now that leads us to the final 3 research of the primitive era. These might unlock other primitive stuff later on, but this is it. So I guess we'll knock out Edo-era buildings immediately. Examining the cribs to figure out how to build stuff. That's so good. And look, between Ungus and Chuck and Synthelu, we've got like 10 research for Ungus, and Ungus was just like standard caveman idiot when we started. Chuck's got 15, Synthelu's got 15. This actually doesn't take that long. I mean, for a 200-point research, boom. 1 down, 2 to go. Edo production, but again, a lot of this stuff is medieval. Oh my god, that was all we needed. It's 95% lets you move on to the next level. And that's it. Wow. I don't know if that was a quick amount of time. It seemed like quite a long time. We still have to finish the lowest tier of research before we're allowed to do medieval, but we are technically medieval. Congratulations. Got to think about it this way. It took 3 generations for us to get here. Even though, of course, Ungus is still alive. That's not a bad turnaround, I don't think. They almost could do with aging a little bit faster, arguably. I did say as a rule before the series began, for us to be considered medieval, I think we should have, like, a lot of medieval theme. We should definitely have a medieval base, medieval armor, medieval weapons, then you're considered medieval. Sure, we've reached the tech level, but that doesn't really count. Another thing is I wanted to reform the ideology with every tech level change to represent us getting smarter and better. So you could say that we're not really medieval, we're just kind of late tribal at this point. I think let's do the tribal fair. It was 100% expected quality, so this is definitely going to net us a few reformation points. Everybody's favorite forest burning ritual. And off they go. I hate the fact they go behind the trees. It's so dangerous. Everyone okay? Some vital task must be performed outdoors. We can't change that, unfortunately. Oh, that's so nice. So, Denise, what's poppin'? They all seem to be getting along. Chatted with Deadlift about the other colonists. Somebody pointed out that when you actually paused it and read the last ritual, you know, after Dune died, everybody kind of hated one another. But this seems better. That seemed really nice. Beautiful tribal fair. Thank you. Jubilee of Family. Not really expecting much from this one, because of course you got to do it indoors. You got to have a light ball and blah, blah, blah. It's not a very good ritual to have early on in the game, I will admit. So I think adding other rituals will not only allow us to do, well, more rituals and get more rewards, but we'll also get more reformation points. So I think that's a good call. Boring. Yep, should have expected much. And then in 2 days, we get a leader speech. So while we wait on those last couple of days before we can have a leader speech, let's wrap up the final primitive era technologies. No! Synthelu. Died of mortality. I thought I'd messed something up then, but actually that's not nearly too bad. Oh my god. At the age of 64 years old. That seems quite young. Synthelu has died. But does it seem young? Bear in mind we're a primitive society. You kind of assume people... 64 seems kind of long-lived. Oh no. You were a great intellectual character, but... Oh my god, maybe I need to focus on the next generation then, huh? Who's going to take over? Gert? Gert, when you're not doing medical stuff, you could be researching, I think. I'm alright with that. I have to lock the door to Synthelu's house. Wow, that's cool. That's a really interesting way to do the mortality, because of course in Generations 1 they were just heart attack, and that was... It always felt a bit weird that it was just heart attack whenever they hit a certain year. But this, it has a chance to add beyond a certain age, and then... It will tick up slowly. Oh, man. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I'm sorry. You had a pretty good life here. I think they all had a pretty damn good life here, to be honest. That's throwing an enormous spanner in the works. Instead, then, let's tomorrow start with a burial for poor sweet Synthelu. Has had the leader speech after the funeral, try and unify everybody, and then after that, let's reform the ideology. So I'm open to suggestions, then, for ideology memes or rituals or whatever for late primitive, early medieval. I mean, astrology still seems great. Healthcare seems like a really cool idea. I'm open to it, as long as it makes sense within the colony, of course. And finally, thank you all for joining me today. It's been a slower episode today, because we've just been kind of ticking things off, you know, doing the final things here and there, starting all the herbology stuff, and it's been kind of slow, but I'm glad that we're finally through to medieval, because I think we've seen a lot of the primitive era at this point. We've done mostly what you can do with the primitive era too. That we haven't done much combat, and we haven't done much weapon crafting, so that'll be something that I guess we'll step up with the descendants of Disaster and Boozax. Thank you. If you enjoy Starfield, I'm playing through it on the second channel blind. I'll be honest, I don't really know yet if it'll be my type of game, so hold off. You know, it's certainly not something you should rush to go and watch. Maybe I'll drop it in a week because I think, oh, this is actually awful. I'm not sure. But we'll see how we go with that one. Thank you for joining me. As always, a big thank you to the executive producer patrons for making the series is possible. Thank you to Mark, Spectre, Shadow, Will, Ryan Duffy, Atticos, VV Heiter, Tabfunk, Skaz, Goochman, Neo Zela, Fizzlebuns, Matman, Jeebus Crust, Nidalan, MTB, Fat X, Semigobot, Londart, Zune, Nuanced Far, Lost Eden 42, and El Zilcho, and the executive producer days over on Patreon. Oh, we're at that point where I've run out of other names on my other list. So, a round of applause, please, for more executive producers, including Nick Bella, That Cato, iDoge, Mr. Irrelevant, Hoofenspiel, Warseeker 9994, Dwomutsixa, James A0733, The Longhoff Desi, Bill Sarsaparilla, Jackson, Kimbo Orphan, Sabat, Kane GB, Mr. Dranger, Dexter Lowe, Lucian Void, and Carly's Rainbows. Thank you. See you all tomorrow when I should have air conditioning.